What up YouTube, it's your boy Anime Specialist. So this was a great episode, man. I wasn't expecting this episode to be that great. I knew that Yuno was going to fight Rill, the captain of the Aqua Deer, but it surpassed my expectation. It was way better than I thought. So let's get right to it. So like I said, this was a great episode. The fight was amazing, but I still think that Asta should have made it to the finals, because his team did a lot more than Langer's team in last week's episode. But anyway, man, the fight was amazing. The fight was the best part of the episode by far, and I didn't think that we would get this kind of fight in this week's episode. I thought that it was going to be another one of those fights that ended pretty quickly, but it took a major part of the episode. We saw fight at full strength for the first time. We saw him serious for the first time, and it was an amazing feat to see. So we saw use multiple wind magic attack in this episode. It was pretty cool. One of those attack was named Wind Magic Tornado Fang. I think we've seen him use this attack before. I'm not really sure, so let me know in the comments down below. We saw him use another one of those attacks. It's called Wind Magic Swift White Bow. The reason why I love this attack is because we can see Belle just blow these wind magic arrows away to attack. It looked pretty cool, man. Just seeing Yuno use his spirit magic like that was pretty cool in the fight. There was some amazing shots in this episode. This shot right there where Rill was kind of captured with his magic. I think this shot was just amazing. And then just the fight in general, the animation and art were great. One of the best animation and art episode that we've seen in Black Clover, in my opinion. This shot right there, another one of these shots, man. This was great, man. It was something else, and I'm really starting to understand how these Magic Knights fight, and how why they use this kind of animation and art for their fights. This was probably my first or second favorite shot of the episode. Just seeing the contrast of and the colors behind him looked beautiful, but no pun intended. But like I said previously, I'm really starting to understand why they're using this kind of animation and art during the fights, because they need a lot of fluidity for these kind of fights. These kind of fights are really different than Naruto or One Piece or all these other shonen anime, so I really understand why they're using this kind of animation, and I love it. I'm really starting to love it. I think the first time I really started to understand it was the Asta versus Landros or Lagros, or I don't remember the name of the guy from the Diamond Kingdom. He was really strong. It was the first time that we saw Asta use his demon form, but that was really the first time that we saw this kind of fluidity in the Black Clover fights. We could also say that when Yami was fighting one of the Eye of the Midnight Sun leaders, I don't remember his name, but yeah, man, I'm really starting to understand why they use this kind of animation, and I'm starting to really like it. Those fights needs a lot of fluidity because they move a lot. In the air. They're flying over the map and everything. So bravo to the animation staff. They're doing a great job. Every time there's a big fight, they're doing a great job, so bravo to them. Congrats to them. They did another great job for this episode. Let me know what you thought about this fight in the comments down below, because like I said, man, it was something else, and I'm really starting to like how they animate and how they use the animation and the art style for these fights, so let me know in the comments down below. Now we need to talk about Yuno's new transformation, because it was teased in the most recent opening, and now we know how he obtained it. So this scene right there that I'm going to talk about was pretty funny, because Belle the wind spirit of Yuno was kind of crazy, because the way that his transformation works is that she has to become one with Yuno, and just her talking about it and her scream and everything was kind of sexual a little bit, so that was kind of funny to me. And we know that how much she loves, so that was a really funny moment before he transformed. But his transformation was crazy good, man. It looked crazy good. It looked amazing. It's called Spirit Assimilation, Spirit Dive. Sorry, I'm wondering if the other guys that have spirit magic, like maybe Fana, is she able to assimilate her dragon spirit into her to become stronger? That would be amazing. But the transformation looks amazing, man. It looked way better than I thought it would be, and yeah, man, it's something special. I think I like Yuno's transformation a lot more than Asta's transformation because of how it works and how it looks, just the way that he needs to fuse with his wind spirit to obtain this transformation, and how strong his transformation is. I love it, man. I love it a lot more than Asta's transformation. Hopefully we'll see Asta upgraded maybe soon, or maybe Asta can use his transformation more than twice a day or something like that. That would be cool. But for now, my favorite transformation in the show is Yuno, and by far. Just the design, man, it looks amazing. The crown on his head, like he's going to become the Wizard King, and then his wing, because he fused with his wind spirit. It looks a little bit similar to Asta's form because he has one wing or something like that too, so it looks a little bit similar. But I really like this look, man. Hopefully we'll see more transformation in the show, because I think we've seen maybe 3 transformation right now. We saw Asta, his demon form, we saw Yuno's spirit magic, and we also saw Noel's mother, Asie, I think her name was. We saw 3 transformations so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I really want to see more transformation because their design, the creator, he has a lot of imagination, so I really like what he's doing. Obviously, Rill, the captain of the Aqua Dare, didn't back down. I think he used a new creation. Correct me if I'm wrong, and it looked really cool, man. And he was still protecting his crystal, so that's the reason why he was defeated. But the end of the fight was amazing. I think his 2 teammates should have taken the crystal to safety, because Yuno is really strong, and he knew that he was going up against Yuno, so that was an error on his part. But man, the clash that we saw in this episode was the most Dragon Ball Z clash that we've seen in Black Clover so far, and it looked better in my opinion, because just seeing Yuno at his full power for the first time, and seeing Rill going at full power too, I think. I'm not so sure, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit later in the video. But the clash was amazing, man. We saw like a galaxy and other planets or anything. It was crazy, man. It was one of the best part of the episode. One of the reasons why I really love this episode is because it was actually the first time that we saw Yuno actually try in a match, in a fight. So that's why I really like this episode. So I'm happy that he was going up against one of the captain of the Magic Knights. He said that he was going to use his transformation against Asta, so that would have been crazy. His spirit assimilation magic against Asta's demon form. Man, this would have been crazy, man. I can't wait to see a fight of Asta versus Yuno. I don't know how it will happen, but it has to happen, man. We saw in other animes, Naruto versus Sasuke. We saw earlier this year, we saw Midoriya versus Bakugo. We also saw Vegeta versus Goku. There's a lot of anime rivalries that ended up fighting, and we deserve Yuno versus Asta fight, man. We deserve it. So hopefully in the near future we'll see it, because They're really strong. One more thing before I talk about Rill, the captain of the Aqua Deer. I really think that the OST of when Yuno and Rill starting to fight each other was amazing. It comes around once in a while, but I really think this is their best OST so far, so I hope it comes around more. Every shonen anime has that iconic OST. Naruto has a lot of them, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and I hope that Black Clover has more. Right now they only have one of those OST, I think, that I really think is gonna be iconic for this show, but let me know if you think there's more right now. Anyway, the thing that I wanted to say about Rill, the captain of the Aqua Deer, I really think that if it wasn't for the crystal, he would have won the fight. The reason for that is that we saw that Yuno was going full power, man. He was going in, and it looked like Rill was, yes, he was going in, but he wasn't going full power yet, and he was going to. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think Rill would have won, or if Yuno would have still won the fight? Because the fight ended because the crystal broke. But I really think that Rill would have won the fight, even though Yuno is not that far from him in terms of power level. He's close to be a Magic Knight captain if we're talking about Rill. I don't know about the other captain. I know that Yami is really strong. We've seen other captain fight. I don't think that Yuno is close to them in particular, but I think he's really close to Rill. Now, before I end the video, we really need to talk about Langris and the next upcoming arc. It's gonna be a really big arc, the Eye of the Midnight Sun versus the Royal Knights of the Clover Kingdom. So that's gonna be amazing in my opinion. I'm hyped about this, but we all know that Langris was manipulated by someone that is part of the Eye of the Midnight Sun. I speculated that in previous video that I think William, the captain of the Golden Dawn, is responsible for that. I don't know how, but I think he's responsible for what happened to Langris. I think he's part of the Eye of the Midnight Sun. I don't know how. I know that we've seen his backstory, but I don't believe it. So let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. I really think that William is going to be a big part of it, even though we didn't see him in the new key visual for the next arc. But yeah, man, if you haven't seen the new key visual for the next arc, I'm going to show it in a few seconds. But if you don't want to be spoiled, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. But anyway, man, the new key visual, I've done a video about it yesterday, I think, and I just want to say that it's gonna be an amazing arc, man. I can't wait for it. It looks amazing. Just seeing the new cloak on Yuno, Asta, Mimosa, I think she's on it. It looks great, so I can't wait for what's gonna happen next. The Magic King said at the end of this episode that he's going to choose between 10 or 20 Royal Knights. I'm not sure about that. I think he's gonna choose 10 or less or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I can't wait for what's gonna happen next. We saw a conclusion about Zora in this week's episode. He's going to become a Magic Knight. I hope he chooses to choose the Black Bulls as his squad, hopefully. But yeah, man, I'm hyped for this next arc. It's gonna be amazing. We're finally gonna see the Clover Kingdom going up against the Eye of the Midnight Sun. Anyway, thank you for watching. I do Black Clover reviews every Tuesday, so subscribe for that. And I do other anime related things like Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer on Saturdays, One Piece episode reviews on Saturdays, and Attack on Titan reviews on Sundays. So stay tuned for that. I'm hyped for this next arc. Like I said, I know I repeat myself a lot, but it's gonna be amazing. Thank you for watching. Follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, man, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.